valley where the moonlight glows. I wandered far from hearth and home, with dreams upon my heavy heart, of distant lands and a brand new start. Oh, take me back where the Guinness flows, where laughter rings and shamrocks grow, to the emerald hills and my mother's eyes, where the river meets the sky. The stones, they speak of tales long past, of kings, queens, and lovers who clashed. Each step we take, the magic earth's light flies. The tree roots speak where truth never dies. Oh, take me back where the Guinness flows, where the wild heart sings and slags are thrown, to the rolling hills and my mother's eyes, where the river meets the sky. And though I've walked 1,000 miles, through storm and sea, through fate and trial, one whisper calls me through the pines, your soul remembers, child of mine. Where the Guinness flows, where laughter rings and shamrocks grow, to the emerald hills and my mother's eyes, where the river meets the sky. Hey! Where the river meets the sky.
Well, wasn't that amazing? How did you enjoy another original by Carrie Kohan and Glenn, the co-host, our co-host Glenn? I write the music and he puts it all together, and it's magical. I was sitting here before I was coming into this session. I was thinking, kind of, with world stuff that's going on, I was feeling a little like there's things happening. And that music started playing, and all of a sudden, it's amazing vibration. It's all about vibration. It's all about, getting the vibration going. And that song was a great example of it, wasn't it? If you didn't hear it, I want you to come back and play the song all over again, because, well, play it over again anyways. Lift your spirit with it. I just realized I don't think I have any makeup on. I came to the session. I've been working all day on the computer, and I came with no makeup on. I got a little bit of lipstick, and that's about it. But at any rate, we're going to go for it. And so, Glenn, are you there? Earth calling Glenn.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be watching. Yes, this is our evening show. Good to see you guys. Phoenix in the house, Rainbow Blessing in the house, and Tammy from Texas sending her love as well. So good to see you guys. Carrie, I agree. Today was kind of, I don't know, felt a little bit off, with things going on in the news and the weather and
Yeah,
just usually this is our Goodwill Day. We usually go on Wednesdays. It's
I
Senior
know.
Citizens Day.
I know, right? We love going to Goodwill in St. Albert. It's like the best Goodwill. I shouldn't say anything because, no, it really sucks. It's a terrible place to go. You don't want to go there
Don't
at
go.
all.
Don't
No,
go. No.
don't go
No.
at all. Most of my wardrobe is from Goodwill at St. Albert, and I love the stuff there. All my hippie outfits, they're brand new, and they're designer. It's kind of a ritzy area, St. Albert, and I guess the people that are donating, they're flying a lot. They've got a lot of freedom to just so. I guess they give some really beautiful stuff away, and we benefit from it a lot. We really enjoy it. It's like treasure hunting. I love it. Anyways,
Absolutely, yeah. And they have
yeah.
the 50% off tag sale every week, so it's a different color of tag that you're looking for.
Look at
And
you knowing all this.
Yeah, and Wednesdays is an additional. I'm not quite that senior age yet to get that discount. Soon, soon
Oh,
I'll
that
be
was
able to get.
a knife in the
Soon.
heart, wasn't it? Oh,
I didn't
thanks
say
to
you were. I
Goodwill.
just said I'm not able to
I
get
am.
that discount yet.
Yeah. I was actually at the till last week, and I said, is it? I think I get Senior's Day, right? And she goes, it's not Senior's Day today. And she goes, you're a senior? And I said, uh-huh. I am a senior. This is so exciting. I get a discount. Yeah. I get
Well,
some
before we get
cash
to any
back, man.
questions, just a reminder that if you do have a spiritual question, a question that you want Carrie to answer, please put it in the chat. We'll go through them in order like we usually do. So feel free to ask for this free reading from Carrie. While we're waiting for some, because we don't have any yet, just a few housekeeping things along the way. On Friday, please join us on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 11 o'clock Mountain time, because we're going to dedicate Friday's show to our decodes. And part of the Friday show is going to be a more in-depth discussion, Carrie, of a spirit guide talk. What brought that on?
Actually, it was someone that was asking. It was a question on one of the YouTube videos, and so I can't remember who it was. It was one of our regular listeners.
Right here.
Oh, well, there you go. Bluebell Rose 8. She asked if you can read for me. That would be great.
She asked about spirit guides, but tonight before the show, she put a few more other comments in about
good.
spirits guides, some more questions about spirits guides. So Bluebell Rose, if you are watching, we are going to dedicate a big chunk of Friday's show to talk about spirits guides. So we won't answer those questions tonight, but definitely Carrie has a lot of information about that and discuss that.
You got to watch on Friday. Yeah, come on Friday and watch.
And Bluebell also said, Carrie, look at this, Carrie. I finally purchased your book.
Wow.
We'll begin reading tonight. I'll be on my way to work before your live begins. So Bluebell's probably not here with us tonight. She's off on her way to work. But Bluebell, if you're watching this on the VOD, thank you for the questions. We will get to those on Friday.
So a note to our viewers, our listeners, we do hear you. We do see all of your comments. Even after we finish the videos, we go back and we review many days later. And that's what happened here. I saw the comment and said, hey, Glenn, we should address this. This is a whole show. And you were like, let's do it. So here we are. So if you put in questions or if you put in, things that you'd really like for us to focus on, put it in the comments, look at our videos anytime and put in the questions. And we go back to old videos even. We keep going back and looking at them. So keep the comments coming. We love them. Okay?
Well, speaking of comments, Thomas says, sweet, dearly beloveds.
Aww.
What a splendid new show, Carrie and Glenn. Thank you. Hey.
Yay. Well, in this day and age, we have so much crap on television, including with truthers. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. And Glenn is quite the musician and all about music. And then I opened up that quadrant of my brain and started writing music. And together we created a whole album. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, we're going to talk about that on Friday as well. We got to have a teaser. We got to have people
Yeah.
come back on Friday, but yeah, make sure
Yeah.
because on Friday we're going to talk about the Mystic Compass soundtrack. That's right. Carrie and I have worked on this over the last month, and I think you guys are going to love it.
You're
More
going to
information coming on Friday. The
flip and
Mystic
love it.
Compass.
Yeah. The
It's
song, the intro there, the Celtic song, that was one of the many that are on the album. Yeah.
amazing. Awesome. Okay, what else? Sunny Gale says hello from Kansas City, and Sunny is not asking a question yet, but just kind of asking, can we ask personal questions? Of course, yes. If you want, you can ask personal questions. Again, we'll go through them in order. Remember to like. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah. On YouTube, you can hit that like button. If you're on Twitch, please hit the follow button on Twitch. Because Carrie and I want to expand our Twitch presence because that's where we can make a little bit of earnings compared to YouTube or Facebook. We should be live on Facebook as well. So welcome to our Facebook crew. Well, Carrie, we're still waiting for some questions to come in.
That's all right.
One of the things that as a social studies teacher for over 30 years, history was always a big thing of mine. And, I bought into the narrative of, historical events. And so one thing I always used to do with my students is what happened in this day in history. And now on that completely different, because if we look back on this day, June 18th in history, the two things that came up on Google, the War of 1812 and the Battle of Waterloo. So the Canadian-American War or British-American War, and then Napoleon's final defeat. Notice though, the top two events had to do with conflict, with war. Again, trying to feed into our fear, trying to subliminally or directly get us to think about war and fighting. Differently
and now. It's a breakthrough. We're having a breakthrough right now because we're not buying into that baloney any longer. And I think that's what we should speak about. In fact, I think there's a reason why we're not getting as many questions right off the top like we normally do, because we need to, I kept saying that I really want to talk about Trump first and what's going on in the world, because the old way is dead. When I looked at Trump, remember last week, was it someone asked about Donald Trump last week and about him being on the list, right? Supposedly on the list that Elon had talked about. And I looked into it and I saw that he was, and then he wasn't, and then he was, and then he wasn't. And when we got off the show, I said, that was the strangest thing. I thought, well, maybe when he was like 27, he might have had a relationship with someone that, and I'm talking Trump, was someone younger. I don't know, but it was so strange. It didn't feel, it felt like something interfering, you might say, in that reading. And it was like, yes, no. Anyways, as the week progressed, I kept saying there's something different with Trump. He looks defeated. He doesn't have that confidence. He doesn't have the bravado. He is beaten down, man. Someone got to him. Something got to him. Whether they've threatened his family, whether, I don't know. But something has influenced him, and not in a positive way. And so things are starting to come through, right? And I think that we need to smile through this. I think that we need to find the humor. We need to find our roots. We need to find our community through all of this, because we keep focusing on the list, right? Specifically men, but women as well, with the little ones. And instead, we have to keep going back to our happy place. We've got to focus on what's good, because this is an illusion. And if we focus on that turmoil, that, the poverty, the crap that is going on in the world, and not focus on the happiness, the joy, the inner knowingness, that connection with spirit, then we're defeated. We need to bring that joy back into our life. And I'm not talking creepy clown, I'm talking, put a friggin' smile on your face, right? Dance to the music and yield on, like, I want you to put a break on all the stuff that you're watching on TV. I see a TV over in the corner here. And stop judging what you're seeing on the TV. Is it true? Is it not true? What, oh my goodness. One way to wring yourself dry is to be worrying constantly. Is what they're saying truthful, or am I being deceived? That's a good way to drive yourself absolutely nuts, is it not? Well, it's time that we opened the gate. And by opening the gate, I mean, stop looking for someone to save us, right? Because there's all kinds of stuff in people's closets. And they're not necessarily going to be the one that is here for us, other than Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Instead of judgment, look for that beautiful light within you. We're all light workers here. We all came with a purpose. Right now, a lot can't see the forest for the trees, and there's a reason for that. But you have that internal alarm clock going off. For many of us, it started in the 1990s with the 1111, right? It was time for us to wake up. We have an internal alarm clock that's going off. That's why there's that urgency feeling like, oh my God, I got to do something. And you keep looking for leaders, that someone's going to lead the way. Oh, that's so funny. They just gave me a picture, an image as I'm talking. Oh my God, it's so funny. Okay, so makes me want to cry. In 1998, we had a pedophile after my daughter, a ped. And sorry, I used the word on YouTube. I shouldn't have. Sorry about that. But he was, it's well documented. And he entered our home and tried to get my little girl, 2 years old at the time. And I saved him. I saved her. And I got him out. I chased him out with a carving knife. So anyways, that was the start of the 17-year career, right? What I just heard was a reminder of 2000, a full 2 years later. I'd done a few small things like town hall meetings and stuff, but I didn't really start my advocacy work yet. And I kept waiting for someone else to show up. I kept waiting for someone's got to see what's going on in this world. Someone's got to protect the kids. And no one was standing up. And finally, 2 years later, I'm in Calgary by now. We moved from Fort St. John, Dawson Creek, way up north in British Columbia, moved down to Calgary, Alberta. And something happened to another 2 little girls. And I was like, okay, that's it. And then the visions started to come through, and I saw myself on the podium and speaking to the public. And I realized I had to stop waiting for someone else to do what was right. I had to be the one that was standing up because I was feeling that call. And so my message is to you. I'm burnt out. I've done all of this work for a very long time, but there's a lot of you that have been feeling that call inside to peacefully, and I'm talking peacefully, I'm not talking anything else, but to peacefully make a difference, to peacefully speak with people and say, okay, we need to join together in vibration. It's all about the music. It's all about tone. This is how we're going to change everything. It's through toning. It's through oming. Om for peace, tone for peace. There's no accident that the Chinese would bring 1 million children together in the center of one of their big squares and have 1 million children oming all together, toning, right? All together, because they know that crime goes down. People get together and they om or tone. The crime goes down. Everything changes within the community, within the country. So if you want to create huge change, you gather people together and you om, you tone, you vibrate together, right? This is the blood transfusion that everyone needs. This is how we change things, is by, going together with a Father, Son, Holy Ghost, a belief system. Whether you believe in God, Buddha, Allah, whoever it is, doesn't matter. Isn't that funny? Same card comes up. just give ourselves that blood transfusion. We need to give ourselves the burst of blood. And through that, it's through vibration. And isn't it ironic that blood really is the biggest issue and currency here on the planet right now? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And we have a lot of support, a lot of love. And funny how we keep going back to the same cards, right? Yeah. It's about us protecting what is innately ours, and that is humanity. That is, humankind. It's right in our name, our namesake, humankind, kindness, right? That's our namesake. So if you are feeling any kind of drive to make a difference, for God's sakes, do it. Make a difference in a loving, kind, peaceful way. So whether it's teaching small courses at first or getting 1 million people together in Central Park to Ohm, I would love to join you. You organize it, we'll all show up. Okay? That's what I think is needed. Because to look at someone, like Trump, isn't that funny? Card comes up. We have to realize that he's got a mask on right now and he's putting a face on for us. But I think that someone got. When I was seeing that, the PED thing, right, in the reading, I was realizing, no, I think that's all made up. I think that they said, you either cooperate or, right? And so family is his number one priority. How would you feel? It wouldn't be pretty, would it? And you probably would compromise to save your family. I'm hoping that you're reading in between what I'm saying here, because we're on several different, modalities like YouTube and Facebook and everything. So we have to this is why we're coming to Twitch. So then we can really talk, right? But right now I have to be guarded because I did lose my channel for 9 months. And I don't want that. I trust that I'm protected now. And it is going a bit slower. I have to speak a bit slower, and so you can read in between the lines. But I think that someone got to the president, and they're not of here, right? That would be the only way. And we know that we are not the only ones here. We know that we're not the only ones here. That would be the only way to get anyone to do this is, again, putting the mask on. So that's my interpretation of what's going on right now. This is an urgent time. We can change everything through love. We can change everything through this. The 5 lessons of life. If you haven't read this is like the owner's manual for your body, mind, spirit. I went to the other side. I met with the Council of Men and with God and with Jesus. I met with the beautiful ones, the loving ones, take your breath away ones. And there is definitely a human experiment going on right now, and we're part of it. You came here for a reason. I never thought that I'd be starting this session off with a lecture for you. For goodness sakes, you came here for a reason. Now do it. Enough pussyfooting around. It is time that you lived your life purpose. It is time that you let go of all the excuses, all the problems, but he said this and she said that. Oh, for goodness sakes, get on with life. Life is too short. Hold hands with your spirit guides. Hold hands with who is here to guide you, and follow those guides. Follow your internal light, your internal self. Okay? And if you're confused of who your spirit guides are, then come on Friday. Friday, is it 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock? I don't even remember. We'll find. Tammy's working on that. So Friday, 11 o'clock Mountain Time. So 1 o'clock Eastern Time. That's right. So definitely come back to Twitch and we'll be discussing all about your spirit guides, because it's time that we all stepped up and did what was right here instead of waiting for someone else to do it. It's time you did it. Don't even wait for me. It's time you did it. Right, Glenn? Are you still there? Or did Glenn leave the building? Oh my gosh.
I am still here. I am still here, Carrie. Yes, and
Good.
again, we got to be careful on
I
YouTube and
know, I'm
Facebook.
sorry.
Carrie, when that word was said, the video quality went way down, like we were being very choppy.
Yeah,
Very
sorry.
shortly after that, I think our code word, I think we said, was going to be we're talking tech, we're talking PDF files. I think that's
Right.
what we were going to say. Yeah, we got how
Okay.
was that? The PDF file, but yeah, we suffered some issues there. I think
Sorry about
we're
that.
okay now. But this is why we want to go to Twitch, folks, because we don't seem to
Yeah.
have those issues when we're solely on Twitch. It's only when we're on Facebook and YouTube that those things kind of creep up. So please, if you haven't got your Twitch account yet, go over twitch.tv and then go to Carrie Kohan Mystic Compass. That is the channel there. Please follow. And that is going to be our main platform moving forward very shortly. So please go support us
Perfect.
on Twitch, because we will not be on Facebook and YouTube for full videos, at least in the future. So please do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew.
Also, Carrie, good segue, because if people are feeling down because of things going on in the news, yesterday, Carrie did a wonderful meditation for world peace. And that video now has been chopped up into the segment that deals with that meditation. It is on YouTube. I will put the link there in the chat. If you missed it yesterday, oh, a must watch. You're gonna it's gonna be positive for you. You're gonna see things a different way, and you're gonna be glad that you watched it. So please go check out the world peace meditation that Carrie did yesterday. Did you want to talk about that at all, Carrie? The meditation?
Um, I do a lot of meditations, and it's just channeled. It's whatever is coming through at that moment. But there was such a need to start to focus on, okay, what's good about this, and how do I build my light up? Because majority of people that are coming to us are all light workers. They have that inner calling, and they know that they're special. They know that they're unique. They've been different. They've been the person that stood out from the crowd all their lives, never really fit in. And and we all have the same story, because we all have a mission here. So I did a brief meditation at the end of our last session, and it was just to call in that beautiful pillar of light that you are, and to ignite the light within. So if you are feeling that that you're on a path, but you don't know how to get there, I want you to go over and watch that video, and experience it. Light up. It's really going to be life-changing for you, and it's so short. You can do it.
All right,
Just
and
sort
then
of-
another question here from the chat from earlier on. AK and maybe Tammy, who's off in the background there doing some things. AK says, "Lovely to be here again with you. May I have the link for the online event in July?" So
Yeah,
you might
sure.
as well talk about that as well, Carrie, because others may want to be interested in that.
Yeah, thanks for that. That's a wonderful inquiry. Thank you very much. So, Freedom Masters Intensive. This was an event that I channeled many years ago, like over a couple of decades ago, and it was life changing. As many of you know, I used to work with Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins, and I think he's one of the best entertaining and life changing motivational speakers out there. It was a real honor being his business partner for the years, that he was probably in the height of his career. Traveled to Fiji with him, and we did a lot. I learned a great deal from him, but I also think that he learned a bit from me about the spiritual world. And so, anyways, I've seen some of the best courses in the world is the point. But I think that my course, Freedom Masters Intensive, is probably the best course I have ever witnessed. In 2.5 days, I have watched people cure, I can't say cure. I've watched people transform, absolutely change their lives, chronic illness, whatever, it's all, yeah. I really got to watch what you say. But if you seek change, if you have had past pain, trauma, anything like that, come and experience it. I'm normally $1,797 for a 2.5 day workshop, $1,797. And I keep hearing, give it away, Carrie, give it away, because this is like the end times. We need to do a lot for ourselves. And if I come to the end of my time and look back and go, wow, I could have helped like millions of people, and instead I only helped a couple of thousand people because I was charging so much money, that's not what I want. I want to come to the end of my time and go, wow, literally tens, if not hundreds of millions of people were positively influenced. And that's how we were able to be successful in doing what we're doing. So guess what? The course is only $50 Canadian. So that is like, I don't know, 10 pounds. I'm being facetious, but $50 Canadian is about 28 pounds, I think, for a 2.5 day workshop. And that's live. The online course is July 5th and 6th. It's 2 full days starting at 9 in the morning Mountain Time and going through till about 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So it's a full day for 2 full days. And I really want you to attend all 2 days, because each exercise builds upon itself to the next one and the next one. So if you go off and think, oh, I'm going to take an hour away or 2 hours away, you're going to miss some crucial exercises that will build you to the next place, right? And so I really want people that are committed to changing, improving their lives, and feeling that joy bubble up in their belly again, right? You want to bring that joy up again. Well, then commit to 2 full days. Online is July 5th and 6th, like I said, that's this year. And then July 18, 19, 20th, it is live here in Edmonton, St. Albert, Alberta, Canada. So we have people that'll fly in for the courses. I've had people literally fly from around the world for my courses. So this is a huge step for me to say it's $50. And I hope that we have a lot of you deciding to show up, whether it's online or live. Either way, I get to meet you and get to work with you and help you. So consider that. Go to carriekohan.com and you'll see these pages. The one on the left is the online, the middle is the live, and then on the right is if you want to continue on. We're going to be, this is after the live workshop. I'm going to start, I don't know if it's a Wednesday or Sunday of the month. The last Sunday, I believe I have it as, of every month. We're going to have a masterclass. And in the masterclass, I'll have guests that'll come in. We're going to teach certain things, help you grow spiritually. And again, it's only $50 a month, $49 a month, even better. Okay. So really amazing workshops for you, life-changing. And yeah. So once a MasterCard gets processed, Rainbow Blessings is in. I can see that. Well done. Woohoo. So I look forward to seeing all of you there.
All right. Are the cards all warm and ready to go and ready to give some readings? It was funny yesterday. We had a few birthdays yesterday. We had like 3 or 4 birthdays yesterday, including a pet dog. And if your birthday is today, because who knows You, of course, are a Gemini, and those born on today are said to be passionate and relationship oriented, valuing deep connections and intimacy. That's right. You get your horoscope as well. So
Oh, that's so
have a
awesome that
wonderful
you're looking
birthday if
that
you're
up.
celebrating today.
Yeah. Oh, Glenn, that really is thoughtful. I like that you're doing that. That's awesome. Well done.
Okay. Pippi says, you don't need makeup, Carrie. You're gorgeous.
I love you.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
see. What do we got going on here? Noeletta says, I
Mhm.
have 3 crows who have joined me outside as I watch you.
Aw. Well, I have ravens. Crows and ravens, very, very similar. They're bright. They're so smart. So, and especially the number 3, again, trilogy, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, right? Or, yeah, whatever it may be for you. But I would look into that. What is the symbol of crow? And you know, what is it that you're going through right now that is being spoken to here? Are you being called upon to do something very unique, very special? That's what it feels like, hun. Mm, confirmation. Okay, so you've come to a dead end, is what I saw. And the crows are saying, time to go in a different direction completely. And they're here confirming because you have a path that is going to bring you to a really joyful time in your life. You have so much, again, support with you. And the crows are showing that. Yeah. It's time for you to create a gratitude, a level of gratitude in your home, and start to look at everything around you with great love and appreciation, and then decide what it is that you really want to do. It's beautiful. And then really boost it up. Right, Glenn?
Absolutely. And we got a question from a new viewer, I think. I think Sunny Gale is a newer viewer. I think she
Yeah.
mentioned that earlier. What does the remainder of 2025 hold for me regarding love, career, and finance?
Okay, so finances. I created these cards. They're hard to hold on to, and they've got a hair in them. I got a lot of cats here. Okay, so these are the cards. And the one that comes up for you is creativity. Are you an artist, my girl, or a writer? So it says, this is a mantra for you. I want you to start thinking about this with yourself. I channel my creativity to find fresh and exciting ways to build wealth. My innovative thinking opens doors to new financial opportunities with creativity, and I craft a prosperous and abundant future. So that's funny because the first thing I saw was that you're very creative. You have the ability to be an artist, to write, to swimming comes. I don't know what swimming is about with you, but whether you love to swim or organize swim events, there's a key to that. I don't know what that means, but maybe it's just start swimming through life, you know, and do the back paddle and go with the flow in the ocean or in the river. Yeah, flow with spirit, and we want you to meditate more. We want you to still your mind more because you already have all the answers within. It's okay. Creator can't actually tell you where you're going to be because you haven't put your order in yet. You have to put your order in like a restaurant. You have to put in what is it that you want to do with your love, your career, everything. Motherhood, you know, it's the longing that I feel. So, yeah, this is a breakthrough time for you. Will you have, you know, a new sense of love? It's up to you to bubble that up inside. And for your career, it keeps going back to staying at home, to finding. It's like your home business. It's like a, you know, something that you really enjoy doing. This is what we need you to start looking at. And it's creative. Yeah, because otherwise you're in a whirlwind. Otherwise you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know where to go. We need you to breathe, settle down, decide what it is that you really enjoy, what brings you the greatest joy, and then make that into a business and go for it. Sing your way through. And there goes the cards. If you've been with us, you know that I drop cards, and Tammy, who is Glenn's wife, she sits here and she crawls around, and he even put it in one of the songs. I'll get them, Tammy.
I can sing and dance while you're picking up cards. Doo-da, doo-da.
Okay, so the 2 cards that came out for you. Oh my God, girl. Oh, and 3 cards that came out. Thanks, Tammy. God, I love her. Okay, so definitely going in a different direction, and because the other direction was a dead end, you know, and so you need to start singing, you need to start toning, you need to start, you know, getting excited and in alignment. It's when you see this, it's tone. And that is our special power. This is your superpower, is to start to get that vibration going. So that's what we need for you. Yeah. And thank you. Oh, I love you, Sunny. That's really wonderful. I'm glad that you enjoyed that reading. Good. Next.
We should have put a disclaimer at the beginning of the show. Carrie had a few one-bite brownies before going to the airwaves today, so she may have a little sugar. She may have a little sugar in her. Okay.
You know, we can't even do this anymore. Because it's like, everything's been stolen. It's not fun anymore.
I think YouTube will allow you to drop cards as often as you want without any kind of punishment. So I think you're safe there. Good. Sandra says, hello, Sandra, watching on YouTube. I think she was watching from Facebook earlier as well. Will I move residences? If so, when and with who?
Oh, gosh. Okay, so money is definitely coming to you along with messages. It's a time of change. And with that, yeah, it's a wheel of fortune. So if you've been feeling, you know, down, a cycle that was going down, it's now starting to pick up. And this is where the change comes through. So will you actually move residence? Yes or no? Right now it's 50-50. It is up to you. You're kind of undecided. Like you have an opportunity, it feels like, but you're still hesitating. And so I want you to focus on the upside of the cycle. Right? The wheel of fortune. I want you to see that things are really starting to come in alignment with you. And when will you move? 5. So 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. It could be as long as 5 months. Love is definitely coming. You know, an increased level of love or a new set of love. Is it a new love? Yeah, it feels more like a new love. And everything will be provided for you. Who is it? Do you know him or her? Do you know the person? It actually feels like you know them already. So yeah, it's, we'll see what happens, girl. Well done, Sandra.
The love boat cruising up the aisle. The love boat. Remember one of the characters when they were doing the theme song, they'd be like,
yeah, baby. Yeah, that was the
bartender or something. The guy,
Gopher, right?
No, it was Gopher. No, it wasn't Gopher. It was the
short black hair.
I don't think Gopher did that. Gopher wasn't cool enough to do that. Chat, you let us know who on the Love Boat when they did the theme song and they showed him. He went, like
yeah,
that.
baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. No, I thought that was a short black-haired guy, a Gopher. Wasn't it Gopher?
Yeah. We'll
Tammy's
find
on
out.
it too.
Chat
Okay.
will let us know.
We'll put it out
Carrie,
there.
we've got a lot of S's in questions. We've had Sunny, we've had Sandra, and now we're going to Susan. So Susan asks, boy, That's a lot of S's. What will my life be like after my last old horse passes away soon? Thanks in
That
advance.
that's a tough one, isn't it, Susan? My gosh, because that's all you've really known for a very long time. But again, this is a breakthrough for you because you need to be free. You need to. Yeah, I was going to pull this card up, but it's the female card, and it is being shut down. It's like you've put people off for a long time. You've put yourself in a position of not having that mojo for a long time because there's been other priorities, and especially a sick horse. So, it's just going to be the whip that's left, or not the whip, but you know what I mean. You'll be without a horse in a very short time. And that thought is quite sad, isn't it? That's caused you to kind of put things on, like you've put the brakes on. And so we need you to start focusing on what's coming in the future. I know that that's what you're asking. What will my life be like? Obviously, it's a little tough at first because you are crazy about your horses in a really loving way, but they're parting ways. And so we need to find a new identity and a new way of living. It's no different than an empty nester, right? A lot of my clients are empty nesters, and they're like, what do I do now that they've left? I mean, I have to reinvent myself. And that's what I see for you. Go to your happy place again. Let all the storms go, have a good cry, and then go to your happy place. Isn't that funny? Hey, I love how the cards just, I don't even see the cards until I'm bringing them up to you. As they're coming up, then I go, oh, I got to edit that one, right? The female one or the male one. Yeah. But so just reinvent yourself, honey. My heart goes out to you. I worked with a lot of equine therapists over the years. They were probably they're the salt of the earth. They really are beautiful people that they are very unique. So hugs to you, Susan. I know that this too shall pass. My mom used to say, today's tragedy is tomorrow's blessing. And I actually see you becoming free and feeling free. And again, it's like a spiritual Father, Son, Holy Ghost, right? It's a spiritual time for you. You're going to have the horses with you still, right? They're still with you. Family is still with you. Do you have children? It's like things were in a box with the family, but that all is going to be released. And I think that in the end, you're going to be celebrating. So the family will probably come together even more so afterwards. Okay. Well done.
Okay. Well, thank you, Susan. We go from Sunny to Sandra to Susan to Shelley.
I knew there'd be four. I knew it. I was like, we can't have SSS. Just saying. There's got to be SSSS. Yes.
What do you see for British Columbia over the next year?
Breakthrough. Again, another breakthrough. When we look at the S word, right? The division word, I think it's BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan. Don't see Manitoba there yet. Will BC join Alberta, yes or no? Yeah. They're hesitant. Will Alberta do that? Yes or no? It's really strong. That's very, very strong. And is Saskatchewan with them? Yeah, that's really strong. So Alberta, Saskatchewan. Manitoba is they're more with Ontario. BC, that's an interesting one because it feels like the ones in charge don't want to do this. They don't even want to put it out to a VOTE, but they're landlocked as far as, the states above. And then if we were our own country in Alberta, and then United States underneath. So BC would have to either be on their own or be part of Canada, but it's not even joined inland anymore. So it leaves BC in a real unique position. If they were to go on their own, they would do extremely well because they've got the ports, they've got the lumber, and I think that that is probably what they'll end up wanting to do, is be on their own. Yeah, that's what I see. Glenn, you there?
Okay, we do have an answer to the trivia question. You know, it was not Gopher. It was, I just had it here now.
Captain Stubing or whatever his name was.
This guy.
Isaac Washington. Right. Yeah. The black-haired guy. That's what I was saying.
No, that you were saying Gopher.
Which
Gopher
one
was black hair too. Gopher was the short.
Gopher was the short curly-haired guy. No.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking the one that was short black hair, like kind of awkward.
No, that was Gopher.
Okay. So Ted Lance was the bartender. You're talking Isaac Washington, the bartender?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see it as him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's I know for sure it was him now that
Tammy's got the whole start. She's beating you on this. Just saying, Glenn, right? You know, she's got the whole start playing right now. You know, she's not waiting for chat to put in the answers. Tammy, you're my favorite right now. Just saying.
Shall we continue, Carrie? There are a few more questions we need to get to.
Yes, we can go.
Okay.
There's sunshine.
We don't have another S beginning at the name, but we do have a lot of S's in the name. From Rainbow Blessing.
Yes.
Does anything come up for our family rental move in Sydney, British Columbia? Our place is being demolished and we have to be out by August 1st. Mm-hmm. Potential to move out early, July 1st, something close to Sons High School and 2300-ish.
Yeah. So I think you asked this question before, Rainbow Blessings, because I remember Sydney, BC and relocating. And I said that there was pressure for you to move. Is that the same person? I'm thinking. I don't usually remember readings, but that one rings a bell because I remember feeling like, oh my God, we got to move. What are we going to do? So your place is being demolished by August 1st. And it is June. Yeah, you're starting to. So cash is the issue right now. I see happy places. So will you be able to find another place 2300-ish in Sydney, BC? Yes or no? It might be shared accommodations at first. You might have to look for an alternate way at first. And it feels like you're actually looking, I don't know if your son is going to either stay with a friend. No. How old is your son? Because he feels like he's in his teens and he could possibly even stay with a friend. Because I see you going more like on Hornby Island or something like that. It's one of the islands that you're looking at. And I don't know if he comes with you at first. Does he come with you? No, it doesn't feel like it. So he'll be 16. Exactly. Yeah. So I see him staying with friends to go to school and you actually deciding to go because it's very difficult to find anything right now. And it's like Hornby Island, I want to say, or Salt Spring Island or something. One of the islands off the coast. No, he stays with me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So maybe he comes to it feels like water. So either you're going to be near the water or on the water and I can see the islands across the water. So whatever that means. I have a long-term work safe BC money. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just see water. And I see you really happy, really, really happy. Yeah. And he's happy as well. He loves his school. So will you find a place? Absolutely. But initially, I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge, and you might have to be resourceful. Okay. Yeah, I want a waterfront rental, she says. Yeah, I see you on the water. And it feels islandish, but mind you, Sydney is an island. What am I thinking? Duh. So there you go. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. So there you go. You're going to find something. Don't worry, but you might have to be a bit creative at first. Okay. Yeah. And you've got everything going for you. The doors are going to open. Just pray for it. You know, just see yourself with the key in hand and going into your dream home. And as you open the door, see and feel yourself going through your house and going to the rail and looking out over the ocean and seeing the boats, you know, float by. See it, feel it, sense it, smell it, breathe it in, breathe the air in. Yeah. Yeah, she's saying, I'm always creative and resourceful. Yeah, no kidding, hey? Be it. Exactly. Just be it. See it. And it'll come to pass. You are powerful. No doubt. Yep. You're a powerful mama. And your son, I feel, is becoming more independent though. And yeah, he's starting to step out and be more independent. So that's going to be some changes for you. Okay? Much love to you, honey.
All right. Thank you so much. Rainbow Blessings, one of the best names out there.
Yeah.
Good to hear from you again. And Thomas says, sweet, sweet, dearly beloveds. What a splendid new show, Carrie and Glenn. Thank you.
Yeah, we saw that earlier today. And thank you, Thomas.
I know, but it's my favorite comment so far. I'm putting it back up again. Okay.
I love it.
All right. Thank you.
Just like forgetting stuff, you know.
I'm glad you
Just
remembered it.
saying.
I'm glad you remembered it. Okay. Back to a serious note here. Tammy is asking, Carrie, so much crazy in the world, feeling majorly affected by it for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And you can read the rest.
Yeah. Okay. So Tammy, health is it's a reflection of our thoughts, isn't it? Everything begins with a thought. And if you have turmoil going on inside you for years and years, months and months, it all comes back to taking a look at yourself. Because if you want healing, you have to start within, you know, and start breathing. I want you to come to the course. I want you to come to the online course wherever you are on July 5th and 6th. And that will change everything for you. Okay. You're going to redesign your future. This is a future card. This is, you know, that when you're, I don't know, I see that as 217 years old, right? Because we're reversing the aging process and we're going to have a different way of living, you know, so that's the future card. You are going to rewrite your future and you're going to step out from the crowd you already have. You know, you've never really been part of that group. And so we're going to help you lift up all those burdens and set yourself free. No more cowering, and not cowering, but cocooning in pain. No more of that. We're not going to do that anymore. Instead, we're going to turn things up. We're going to dig up the earth underneath you, and we're going to get you rooted and standing tall and strong, and realize that you have a lot of support, a lot of community around you, and you're going to walk in a totally different direction. So if you haven't signed up yet, I want you to go to carriekohan.com and you're going to sign up for the online workshop. And if you're in the Edmonton, Alberta area, come to the live one on July 18, 19, 20th. Okay. And 18, 19, 20th. Yes. Okay. So we'll see you then. That'll change everything for you. So stop worrying, because worrying is praying for the negative. Okay.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Alicia, back in the chat. Alicia has been on, I think, every one of our shows so far. So good to see you, Alicia. And a similar question where the workshop, I think, would help as well. Two-parter here, Carrie. 2 comments I want to read from Alicia. Saw my doc today. Said I had like broken heart syndrome. I'm so broken right now.
Oh,
but
honey,
Alicia does say, I have a vision of a community garden for elders and littles, a happy place for free to grow.
See? You already know. You already know what your purpose is here. And remember, wasn't it you again? I don't remember readings. I have short-term memory, which is a really big gift for me. I love it because I'm not carrying everyone's stuff with me all the time. So, but I do remember your father feeling really proud of the decisions that you've made, and so you know, I know you're brokenhearted, but again, I want you to come to that online course because this will change your world. Okay. And if you haven't done it yet, it's only $50. If $50 is an issue, you phone me, you write me, you contact Tammy here with admin at carriekohan.com. Okay. $50. You know, you can make payments if you need to. I know that you don't, but I'm saying to everyone else. Okay. And, Alicia, the broken heart syndrome. Have you read my book? Have you read this as well? This is going to help you because there were many times that I just wanted to get the car and go off a cliff, right? I wanted to do that so many times. And then I had my near-death experiences and they explained everything to me. And I saw what happens to people that do that. And it's not pleasant because you get to come back here in a parallel dimension and do this all over again until you get it straight, until you get past where you went and you get to the end of your time where you're going, woohoo, I did it. I lived my life purpose. I lived my life fully. Until we get there, we get to come back over and over and over again. It's a human experiment. Right? So you keep doing this until we go, yes, we stood in our power. And so that's what I'm wanting for you. I want you to, we can't do it here in a 3-minute, well, maybe we can. Everything's possible, isn't it? But I would say if you come to the online workshop, you will be a different person. And you'll be the first one I'll be going, okay, my girl, speak into the mic and tell us a testimonial because you came in with a broken heart and look at you now. You know, it was funny because when you were speaking, I got the whip card. Where is it now? See, when I try to find the cards, they're not there. Yeah, that's typical. Yeah, you know, the whip card. And I heard crack the whip. We need to crack the whip with this girl because she is never alone. She is not standing alone, right? You are not standing alone. You have the best friend that's living within you, and that's your spirit. It's your body, your mind, your spirit. And in the course, I'll share all of that with you, okay? I started an account just to listen to you all, and the more I listen, the more I listen, the more I know there are others who are like me. Absolutely. Even more so, there are more out there that are not only just like you, but have already gone through what you've gone through. Right? And so that's why we're here to help you, because we've lived that path and we've been through all of that crap, right? And it's really something. So if I can help you shorten, you know, what took me 5 years to heal from, if you can do it in 2.5 days, then you're doing all right. Okay. So are you going to sign up for the workshop? That's what I want to know. The online workshop. Steve B, hope I'm well. Yes, Steve B. Oh my gosh. Now Steve B has been around for, you've been on my Facebook wall all through 2020, all through that stuff. And Steve B and I, we stuck together, man, when we were being called out, when we were being villainized and all of that. This Stephen Boza, my gosh. Hats off to you, my dear, because you were strong and you stood your ground. And I was really happy to be your friend, even when I was in Portugal and you were, I don't even know where you were, but well done. Okay. So Victoria Jade, what is that one? Do you see me with abundance of money watching from Pennsylvania? It depends how you play your cards, my dear. Abundance. We all have the ability to be hugely abundant. But often we have to heal our financial wounds, right? So let's go back to the financial deck. I love this deck. And I haven't put this deck up for sale, but we are doing pre-sales. So if you're interested in the deck, I will, you just write Tammy at admin@carriekohan.com, and she will print out the deck for you and send it to you. And it's $30 Canadian, which is again like $10 everywhere else. Okay, so what I get from you for you is euphoria. So this is a really exciting time for you financially. I attract financial abundance that enhances my overall happiness and well-being. My positive relationship to money brings joy and fulfillment into every aspect of my life. Embracing happiness, I create a prosperous and joyful future. So that is exactly what I was just speaking about, is if you want to be abundant, you got to change how you look at money, how you see it, right? And it goes back to what's your dialogue with money. So if you're saying to the universe, hello, I attract financial abundance that enhances my overall happiness and well-being. Well, how does that feel to, am I going to be abundant? Well, I have abundance of money. You're stating with intention, I attract financial abundance that enhances my joy and overall happiness. Woo-hoo-hoo, right? My positive relationship with money. Do you have a positive relationship with money? Well, now you're stating to the universe, my positive relationship with money brings joy, fulfillment in every aspect of my life. Well done. And I embrace happiness and I create a prosperous and joyful future for myself. That is it, right? So these cards are powerful. They're affirmations. And I would say, play this back, write down the affirmation, or write us for the deck and get your own copy. And yeah, it's pretty powerful. So if you're disconnected with abundance right now, change your dialogue. When you change your words, you change your world. And that's it.
Excellent. Murdoch. I don't think I've seen Murdoch in chat before. Murdoch is having a really good connection with a newer coworker. We seem to have similar viewpoints on a lot of things. Am I being deceived?
Oh boy, that's a tough one. Okay, so am I being deceived? Yes or no? It's a yes and a no. I think maybe, but without, it's not ill intentions. If you're asking this question, it's because your gut is already telling you something is up. Intuitively, you know that something is there, but it doesn't feel like they're doing it deliberately. It's not an intentional thing. Some people fib with white lies, not to say that this person is, but this is what was just coming through. I remember learning that, like, a family member used to have a habit of lying, and I remember thinking, why would they lie about the smallest of stupidest things? I just don't understand it. But it was such a habit that that they would lie about silly stuff, like, oh, I stayed up till 3 a.m. last night, which I did. Actually, no, it was, I don't know, what, 1 a.m. or something like that last night. Okay, so I stayed up till 3 a.m. when I only stayed up till 1 a.m. Well, why would you lie about that? It's 2 hours, so what? But it becomes such a habit. And I think, when I look in, if there is any deception there, I don't feel that it is malicious or it is intentional. It just feels like there might be a habit. So I don't know. Are you being deceived? Yeah, I get like it's 70%, but it's not fully. And I don't feel it's deliberate. So take that for what you will. Realize that maybe it's just a habit and it's got less to do with you and more with them. Okay. Much love to you, honey.
Okay, we have another medical question here for you, Carrie, if you can see it on the screen there. So this is from Barry, I think. Barry? Yeah.
Beritharev. Um, I would like medical reading. Okay, well, I do see through people. And why can I not get my blood pressure down? Is the reason physical or emotional? Well, if you're asking that question again, I think it's because you already know that it is emotionally based more so than physically. First of all, blood pressure is something that you don't want to fool around with. So have you gone to see the doctor yet? You've got to get in and see professional help for this one. I used to have the same issue, and it was my heart. So we actually discovered what it was within my heart. And once I ended up with a stent in my heart, then, everything was good. So it could be something like that. Yes or no? Yeah, it could be something like that. Blood pressure often is also triggered with emotions. So you can feel your blood pressure starting to go up. You can feel when, nose goes red, right? Your nose goes red, doesn't it? When you have the high blood pressure. It's the same as mine, and mine did as well. And so it's also teaching you how to manage your emotions better, and how to, because if you're asking, is this emotionally based? It tells me that I see that you're having highs and lows, right? You can go from 0 to 60 and then come back down. Things can trigger you. And so I want you to start breathing. You need to do 5 breaths in the morning, 5 breaths in the afternoon, 5 breaths in the evening, and then work yourself up to 10 breaths and then 20 breaths. And so basically you take, is it best for 5 breaths? Yes or no? Is it best for 8 breaths? No. So you got to start off with 3 to 5 breaths, because there is this tension inside you. So I want you to take 5 deep breaths in. You breathe in through your nose for 5, beat a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And do this 5 times. And I want you to just do this every morning, every lunch hour. You do it before you eat, and you're going to eat less. You're going to want less food, actually, because you've fed yourself with the oxygen. You fed your body. You're not stress eating. You're not, like, I got to get the food down. You're already in a relaxed state. Okay. And so, and then do it before you're going to bed again. As you're laying in bed, you can do it and then drift off. Okay. And that will start to change the blood pressure as well. But definitely go to the doctor as well, dear. Okay. Glenn. You're muted, Glenn.
We definitely have a lot of Love Boat fans in the house tonight, because we're still going back. We got His Highness says, Carrie, Gopher was the ship's purser. What is a purser?
He was like the assistant to the captain, right? He was the one that runs around and does everything for the captain.
Is that like well, that's why his name's Gopher. That's what we say, right?
He was Gopher.
Go for that. Go for this. Yeah, Gopher. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And 100 years from now gives us a complete breakdown, Carrie. Character, Isaac Washington. Job, bartender. Actor, Ted. Signature move, 2-finger gesture with a grin.
You love it, don't you? Oh my God, that's awesome. Well, thank you, 100 years from now, person. That is awesome. Well done.
All right, we have lots of questions. We're closing on an hour and 15 minutes, so maybe we'll go another 15 minutes here, Carrie.
Yeah,
let's see where we left off here.
Yeah.
We've got, someone that asked, will I, let's see if I can find it now. I got so busy with the Love Boat here. Will I get, where is it? Will I get a new job? I think it was, or open a new business. I'll find it.
Answer is yes. It's 70% a yes right now. So there's some logistics that you still have to go through. But yeah, when I ask yes or no, it's 70%. And there's some paperwork, there's logistics, and there's also someone that really is naysaying and doesn't want you to go ahead and do this. It's out of love. It's out of, I'm hoping that you don't fail. And so they're feeling your, they're apprehensive and they're really worried for you, but they're also projecting that worry onto you, which is making you have the less than 100% commitment. And if you're going to be stepping into a business, I think you need 100% commitment. I think you need to make that decision 100%. Step in with both feet, stand firm, planted, and say, okay, this is what I need to do. These are the plans. Because when you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So you need to have your plan. You need to have it all planned out. Simple as that. And if you go ahead, you have a very good chance. Okay? But put the doubt into the cosmic garbage can. I want you to take that doubt out. If the doubt persists, then maybe it is something within you that is telling you maybe not ready yet, maybe next year. But it also could be a habit. I can also see it could be a habit of putting things off and saying maybe next year, but your gut is telling you what is right. And your gut feels to me that it's like, okay, come on now. You've been waiting a long time to do this. For goodness sakes, just do it. Okay. How does that feel? Well done.
All right. Thank you. Next up, another new viewer. Welcome to the channel here, Lori. Lori, glad you can join us. Hope you join us again. We broadcast Tuesday in the morning at what time is it? 1 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesdays, Fridays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and of course tonight, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So thank you, Lori. Lori wants to know, I'm on the verge of retirement from a correctional officer prison. Mm-hmm. Will I win a monetary amount from a worker comp case? And maybe how much?
It's not going to be as much as you were hoping, but yeah. It could even be more. Could it be more? Yeah, it could even be more. But don't get too excited, because my first gut was that it's like, instead of 100%, it's a little bit less, like 67% of what you were asking. There's some things that'll come up. But it's compensation for you, your family, and there's a family involved with it. I don't know what that's about. But again, keep going to your happy place in your mind and start visualizing, say to yourself, I'm so happy and grateful now that, I've won. See yourself already winning, celebrating, because right now there's still control over your mind, right? They still have a hold on you, and there's still that doubt. You need to step into the sunshine and say, you know what? I don't care if I win, in 2 days or 2 years. What matters most is I'm happy with me right now. And I understand that, whatever is in God's greater plan, or Buddha or Allah, whoever it is for you, whatever the greater plan is, I trust that I will win the exact amount that I'm going to enjoy and move forward with, because we need to stop worrying about it. It has been consuming you for a very long time, and instead we're going to flush down the toilet all the worries and just move on. The green is your heart chakra, and that is all about healing and flushing down the toilet what's not serving you. Again, they keep saying, go back to your happy place in your mind's eye, and just, continue on. It's like a divorce, right? If you are so consumed with a divorce, it can get really ugly and messy. But if you just step back, and I've lived this one, right? If you just step back and send the 5 lessons of life, right? The forgiveness, the compassion, the faith, the trust that you're on the right path, doing the right thing with the right people at the right time, and unconditional love, then everything falls into place. and I do see that you will win, but it might not be as much as what you're thinking. Okay. Much love to you, honey. There is a possibility, though, I'm also hearing could be more. It depends on how you put it out energetically. So just be. There we go.
Great. Thank you, Lori. And Lori, thank you again for joining us here as we endeavor to spread a lot of positivity and light. And again, I want to remind people, if they're new, if this is the first time they've joined us tonight, please go over to Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, again, we want to move most of our programming over there at some point in the near future. Plus, there's a lot of cool little emotes and things like that. And Carrie, no one's made us dance tonight. Like, I'm disappointed. No one has subscribed on Twitch and made us dance. Come on, people. Maybe Tammy can put the link for Twitch there and get people over there.
Yeah.
Tammy even put the theme song for the Love Boat over there.
Oh, there you go.
Come on.
So, so let's talk about this, because if you're new here, we have gone to Twitch, and I think so far we're making like $3 an episode to be split between the two of us. Right? So we're not in the big bucks here, and we have two families to support. It is, I think, $7.99 Canadian a month, and we're on here about 8 hours, 10 hours a week, and it's all free. We're hoping that we will build up the people that are liking or following our channel. We need more subscriptions on YouTube, right? So please subscribe. It costs you nothing. Just click the subscribe button on YouTube if you're still there watching. And we haven't been monetized on YouTube. I've been taken down how many times now? And the last time was for 9 months. I had over 1 million views there. I had over 300,000 hours of watch time, and they took down my channel and reversed a lot of it. And so I'm starting over. I'm up to 11,300 subscriptions, but still not monetized. And so we need, I think, another 25 or 45 hours of watch time, and then I can apply to get monetized there for Glenn and I. So we're still kind of struggling. We need your support. Please, please, please. Just take a second, hit the buttons, subscribe on YouTube, and also subscribe on Twitch. Now, Twitch is a different kettle of fish, because Twitch, we can actually make some nice coin, but we need you to actually subscribe. And that is $7.99 a month Canadian, or $4.99 pounds per month in the UK or Europe, right? And so we have people that stay with us during these calls, like, I don't know, 150 people that stay for 2.5 hours with us, and they really enjoy it. Yet I think we have 10 subscribers on Twitch. That's it. So I'm going to ask, please, I'm begging of you. I'd like to continue doing this, but we won't be able to if we don't get our numbers up. So if you're enjoying this, please go ahead and subscribe and donate the $7.99 a month to us, and that will help us. We're not like Charlie Ward or all the other guys that were truthers that were making millions. And I know Charlie was, because I used to work with him way back when I thought otherwise, right? And so King John III, Greg Hallett and myself, we left that group of you-know-whos, and they went on to be multi-millionaires, buying houses free and clear, and not us. So we're starting from scratch. I discovered Tammy and Glenn. Actually, Tammy came through my course, my Freedom Masters course, and she came through it a second time. And by the end of the second time, she was like, you know what? I really want to work with you. I'd love to be your assistant. And I was like, I need an assistant. And so finally this year we connected, and I needed a place to stay. All of a sudden, I was kind of homeless in Canada, and because I was making my application. This is a long story for the UK, a spousal visa. And so I found myself going, I don't know where I'm going to stay. Well, God bless, Tammy and Glenn. They were like, come on over, come live with us. So I moved into their house here in, it's kind of central northern Alberta. It's north of St. Albert and Sturgeon County and all of that. And so now I walk in and Glenn has a recording studio. And for a long time, I was thinking, I really wish to have a podcast. Well, Creator has put everything into play here. We have a beautiful partnership here, the three of us, and my husband hopefully will be coming here soon to be able to join in, and from the UK. And so we have everything going. We just need your support now and to keep it going. And I have no doubt that Creator wouldn't have put everything into play here and then not had anyone show up for us. We've had a lot of people show up. We're just needing you to help us out a bit more by registering. So has anyone registered on Twitch or on YouTube while I've been chatting? Has anyone hit the subscribe button? Not a soul. Oh, no, after all that. Oh, no.
Well, like I said, eventually we are going to be over on Twitch. And if you find value in these free readings, then hopefully at some point you can go over to Twitch and start watching us there, even just watching us on Twitch. And you do have commercials there, but if you subscribe, as you see in the top corner, it's ad-free viewing. You won't get the commercials if you do have a subscription. So, okay, enough with that, Carrie. Let's get on to a few more questions here before we end. Where was it here? His Highness. Does Carrie have a sense of humor?
Yes.
No, just wait. Does Carrie have a sense of humor? Does Carrie have a sense of whether I should change crypto brokers? Well, we're not financial advisors, Carrie.
No, I don't give financial advice, because if I'm wrong, and which I never am, I should not hit wood here, knock wood. But no, if something goes sideways, I don't want to be responsible for that one. No, not touching that one, Your Highness, with a 10-foot pole. Sorry, dear. But having said that, I think you're doing very well, and in all aspects, you have a very strong strength about you, emotionally. Confidence, your confidence is high, you're doing really well, you've got a good home life, like you're it feels like you're doing really well. You've got some changes coming, but and there's also kind of a whirlwind around you. But as far as financial stuff, I ain't touching that one.
Okay, Carrie, let's go back to, we have another medical one from Contandina.
Hi, Carrie. Is there any unseen illness in the family, including my dog? Should I be concerned with my liver? Again, medical advice, I always say you got to go to the doctor if you have any concerns. If you're saying, should I be concerned about your liver, then I would be concerned about your liver. So go and get it checked out. There's lots of things that you can do for that. But the unseen illness in the family, including the dog, I get a really strong yes with that. So what has happened? Last time that happened with me was asbestos poisoning. And it feels like that kind of thing. So again, go to a physician and look into it, okay? And you can always come for a private session with me. Tammy will put that up, the link for a private session, and then we can speak at length without the whole world looking in, okay? Much love to you, honey.
Okay, Carla 89 is asking, hi, Carrie, will I leave my relationship, sell my house, and move to where and when?
Carla, it feels like you already got it planned out. The very fact that you're saying, will I leave my relationship, sell my house, and move where and when? Funny enough, will you leave your relationship? Yes or no? I don't think so. It's like right now you're feeling that way perhaps, but I think that you're going to get past this. Will you sell your house? Eventually, but not right now. Will you move? To where and when? Yeah, but it doesn't feel urgent right now. Something is going to happen. Something is going to shift. I think that it's a spiritual um, time for you. This is where you need to look within instead of looking out. It's like right now you're looking outside and going, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? How am I going to resolve this? And I want you to start going inside. Pray, right? Okay, Lord. And there's the same card, right? You got to take the small steps towards the light. You got to bring that light inside you. Come to the course. It's pretty easy, whether it's online or in person. Come to the course. That'll change your world. Then at the end of the course, we'll have a conversation. And I found people come into the course, okay, into Freedom Masters Intensive, and they come in, I am divorcing, I am getting rid of that guy, blah, blah, blah. And then they realize, oh my God, I was actually creating that pattern because of my own pattern in my past. And once I resolved the pattern in the past, miracles happened in my relationship and everything has come together and it's beautiful now. And wow, do you know how many relationships have been saved by my course? Because people realized that it was less about their partner and actually more about their own patterns and their own stuff that they had to resolve. So I would invite you, please come to the course, probably online for you. Okay. I think Tammy's put the link up several times in the chat. Go and look at it and register. It's $50 for 2 full days. It'll change your world, honey. Okay. Thanks, Carla.
Well, and you nailed the one with His Highness who was asking about the crypto, and you kind of went through what his life might be like right now, or her life, saying, thanks for the great answers. Right on the money, Carrie.
I know. That's what I said. I'm never wrong, Knockwood. But financial, I don't want to touch that one.
Okay, cocky. Let's go 3 more questions. Again, if you don't get your question answered tonight, we apologize. Again, come back Tuesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Carrie will be back for some more free live readings. This one from Lisa. Hi, Carrie. It's been a while. We lost 2 puppies. Aww. One came home. Is the other okay? Please advise.
No, I think the other one's, it's okay, but I think has gone. Yeah. I got a no. So yeah. Time to move on, perhaps, and just pray for the pup. Has it passed away? Yes or no? Yeah, I feel that it might have. Something got it. Yeah. So it's the feeling. Okay, I love you, and realize that when something passes, it's not the end. It's the beginning of a new passage, a new way of living, and that beautiful puppy was with you for the period of time that it needed to be. And it agreed to leave at this time, in this place, and in this way, to help you apply those 5 lessons of life, right? The forgiveness, the compassion, the faith and trust that the little one was with you for the amount of time that it was meant to, and unconditional love, right? So it gave you love, you gave it love, and in turn, you're going to help others. There's going to be something that'll come out of this that'll be really good. Okay? Yeah, it's all about sunshines. There you go. Well done.
Okay, Tammy S says, I have had and still have your 5 lessons of life written on my bathroom mirror since probably 2020.
Are you kidding me? Tammy, oh my gosh. That's funny. I went on a book tour in Canada, and I think this is the right Tammy, right? That we wrote on the mirror, or she wrote on the mirror, and then sent it to me. Yeah, that's awesome. Since 2020. So See, these are powerful natural laws that were given to me, and I was brought back for a reason, and that is to share. It's like an owner's manual. If you haven't read it yet, go and get it. You can get it at Barnes and Noble or Chapters online, right? Walmart online. They all carry it. It's available in 43 countries now. It's being translated to Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, and English, of course. So it's a good book. And it won third in the world for spirituality and philosophy. There you go.
Richie, a short question from Richie. Can you do a reading regarding marriage?
Regarding marriage, yeah, let the sun shine in. Start to remember why you fell in love in the first place, because right now it feels like you're in the box and you put the marriage in the box and everything's in a box. It's like box, 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 box is all I hear. So you got to crack the whip and start being romantic again. You got to say goodbye to the old ways and the rut that you got in. And, it's like, did you meet at the office, or there's something with the office? You got to step out of that, okay? And realize that, there it goes. Did I just say the F-bomb? I did. Oh my God. Yeah, because you got to walk together side by side. Right? Marriage. Till death do us part. And I'm not the one to talk about this because I've been engaged like 11 times. Yes, you heard it right. 11. Glenn just coughed up a lung.
And that's it, folks. We're out of here. Have a good night.
And I've been married twice and currently married.
Oh, yeah. Noletta says your advice is a positive voice in all our lives.
Oh, I love you, Noletta. Thank you. The last thing on that is money has been an issue as well. And so I want you to think, how would the relationship be if money wasn't an issue? Because almost always the end of marriages is because of money, right? Yeah, the death of marriage is almost always because of money, either moving too slow or people are spending where, and then you see a green light elsewhere, someone else is looking pretty good, or just go for it. I want you not elsewhere. I want you to go forward, pretending that you're in love again, pretending, be this sweet, beautiful, charming. Do you remember how you used to look at your wife and give her that look, right? That little wink. And I want you to start being that flirtatious, loving, leave the love notes, and just act as if she is the woman of your dreams, and she will be again. Okay? Because you need to go to your happy place, and that happy place can be your marriage. It can be your safe place, or it can be the dead end. It's really your choice. I would say create a beautiful home. Feel the warmth, feel the fire inside, build that fire inside, and make it happen. You can do it. Glenn.
Okay, well, we'll end off on one more. I'm going to go to one I want to end off with here because Lorraine has been actively chatting, and I think it might be a good question to end off on. First, Cheryl says, "Oh my goodness, Carrie, how could you stand that many men?"
Oh, they were wonderful. Oh my God, are you kidding? I had the time of my life.
Cheryl, what are you talking about?
50s.
What's wrong with us men, Cheryl?
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl, I got it. Cheryl, did you see that I changed Carrie's picture as you requested? Remember, Cheryl said, that's not a good picture of Carrie. So Cheryl, please let me know that this is a much better picture of Carrie.
Oh, we
Please.
struggled with pictures. I don't know. We struggled with so many pictures. Ultimately, it's all about, spirituality, and it's less about what's going on here and more about what's going on inside. And I think that's our message. That's why Glenn and I have so much fun here with Tammy as well, and with you guys, is that the message is, doesn't matter what we look like really on the outside. And the more happy you become, the better you look on the outside. Right? You start to glow. So start glowing.
Well, Lorraine had the same thought as Cheryl, so I'm glad we're almost done because
Yeah.
seem to be
Yeah.
seem to be a little thin on time here, Carrie. So let's go to the last question. Lorraine
Perfect.
says, "Wow, I'm so glad I found you," all in capital letters. "You seem great." I'm pretty sure she means the same for you too, Carrie. So I think she means both of us. I don't know. I can't speak for her.
Smart ass.
I can't speak for her,
Again.
but I'm
Yes.
thinking you're probably incled in that.
Smart
Cheryl can
ass strikes
clarify.
again. Yes. Yeah.
All
If
right,
you haven't been here
let's get
before, I've been calling Glenn such a smart ass, since day one. I was like, man, that guy's a smart ass. and then
and
he
look,
and then he blocks me off and I disappear, right? So here we go again.
it's
Yeah.
tech issues. Something with the Wi-Fi keeps cutting you
Right.
off, Carrie. Lorraine says, "Can I find the 5 lessons on your channel?" Yeah, go to carriekohan.com. You can find the 5 lessons information there, the book and the links for that.
Yeah.
The
That
question,
link,
though,
sorry for interrupting. The link on the website is to Barnes and Noble, and it is a bit inexpensive compared to Amazon, if you're in the States, especially. I think it was $14.99 with Barnes and Noble, and $19.99, I want to say, with Amazon. So go to carriekohan.com and you can click the link there. It'll bring you to Barnes and Noble. Okay.
all right.
Mhm.
Cheryl also says on Twitch she likes the fact that she doesn't have to watch the ads because she's subscribed. Yes, Cheryl was
Yes.
one of our first subscribers. All right, so back to Lorraine. Lorraine has a question here. "Good, beautiful evening. May I please ask for any message from my dad?"
From your dad, Dennis. Okay.
Wait,
Um, Dennis, did he leave quickly? It makes me choke up because I feel that it's like just such a quickness. Although, did he have a long-term thing going on, but it ended quickly in the end. It was like very fast. I did not get, no, I don't see it there. Okay. Does he have a message for you? I don't usually read for people on the other side because, like I said, they always say the same thing, and that is, I love you, my dear. If Dennis was to show me anything, it's a ribbon. Was this a ribbon in your hair, perhaps as a child? It feels like a red ribbon, but it goes back between red and yellow. So I don't know what that means. What else would Dennis like to show me to confirm? Come on, Dennis, where are you? He has a real warmth about him, really warm heart. Was he bigger? It feels like he didn't value his body or his self as much when he was here, and the message is the same. Like, really value your time here, value your health, your body, your mind, your spirit, and stop worrying about the little things, and instead focus on love, focus on light. Yeah. Focus on your future. Be who you are here to be. And you're going to be seeing him before you can say boo anyways, because time doesn't really exist. Okay. I didn't really see much other than it felt like the walls were coming in and big belly. So yeah. and he's parted ways, but don't worry, he's still with you, still family, and he wants you to heal. He wants you to let go and to heal and stop worrying, stop thinking about, what's not right, and let it go because it's dead. It's time to let him pass. Time to let all the any shame or any worry, if you weren't there at the time, or actually no, it feels like you were, but it's time to focus on the living, and the people that are still here with you, because he's always here with you. You see, he's here with you, and you need to. It's kind of wrung you out, worrying about how he's doing. He's in the light, and it's time for you to stop that worry and start to move towards the light yourself, in that the column of light that lives within you, the connection with spirit, the connection with all that is. You actually, my dear, are quite magnificent. Do you have native blood in you or something? You have a real strong traditional sense to you, like there is morals and ethics, and it just feels, yeah, there's a spiritual sense that's very much alive in you. And Lorraine is saying, yes, big capital yes, thank you. Yes, I've been holding things. Dad wasn't big at all, but his personality was big for sure. Yeah, because, it feels like he was big, but he wasn't taking care of himself. His body and heart failed him. There you go. See, it was like being overweight, where the body and heart fail. Right. You don't have to be overweight to be unhealthy. And so, yes. Oh my God, I wish you had time for me to tell me what happened. Yeah. It's all right. Well, why don't you book a session with me, Lorraine, then? And I think Tammy can put up the link for the private session, and we'll have 45 minutes together. I can go into great depths for you and see things greater, because there's a lot of shame associated there. And this can be also the smoking card. It can be, poor health. Anyways, we want you to play your cards a little differently. And that's what he's focusing on, is that you need to play your cards differently. Okay. So book an appointment. She's saying, thank you. Thank you. I love you, honey. And don't worry. He's always here with you. He's right beside you. You've got a lot of support. You've got a lot of love, and it's time to love yourself. Okay. Simple as that. Much love to everyone. I am so grateful for all of you that have come and joined Glenn and I. We have really enjoyed this. Again, I don't want to go back to the subscriptions and stuff, but without that, we can't continue. So we need you to join us and subscribe and because we've been here 3 weeks now. Next week will be a full month of doing this, 3 days a week, and for 2, 4, 6, 7, 7.5, 8 hours a week. We are committed to being here with you, and we need your support. Okay. So, if you're watching this in the reruns, please go ahead, come to Twitch. It's free to sign up, register, follow us and subscribe. Do both, please. And then go to YouTube. I trust you're going to go to YouTube and you're going to subscribe, because then we'll be able to be monetized there as well. Okay. Much love to everyone. I really have enjoyed working with all of you. Thank you for opening up your minds, your hearts, your souls. And on Friday, Glenn has given me the cues. He's bringing the thing up and down. Carrie, look at this. I don't read much. I don't like to read.
Oh, no. Just a reminder, on Friday, the Decode show. We have a lot of fun on the Decode show, Carrie and I. Some spirit guide talk. We're going to get into a lot of details for Bluebell, who asked us to do a deep dive on that. And yeah. Sylvia Brown, if you've heard of Sylvia Brown, she was big in the community. We're going to do a decode and get Carrie's thoughts about Sylvia Brown. So join us on Friday, 11 a.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Eastern. We do owe a thank you, though, to Rainbow Blessings, who was our 10th subscriber and did not get the thank you song.
Oh,
So we have to give the thank you song to Rainbow. So here we go, Rainbow. This
here
one's
we go.
for you.
You're simply the best. You're simply the best. You're simply the best. Thank you for your support of the Mystic Compass team. Carrie and Glenn give you a big loving high five.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
You're the
for
best.
the subscription there, Rainbow. And Carrie, how about we end off with a little fun song? This time, our closing song that we put together is a little classic rock. How about a little classic rock?
Okay, so again, these are lyrics that I've written and Glenn has composed and produced the music to them. And these are all songs that are going to be on our album that's coming out on Apple Music. And where else, Glenn?
Tune in Friday for more information.
Oh, that's the teaser. Okay.
Thank
so
you,
we'll see
everyone.
Friday.
Had
Much
fun. You guys are awesome. We love you all and hope to see you on Friday.
World awaits your call. Time has come. The angels rise up, show the way. Across the valley, where the shadows lie, Carrie walks, the moon in her eye, cards in her hand, secrets unfold, truths untold and whispers bold. Words like streams, they softly flow. Lessons bound where few dare go. 5 paths she's walked, 5 lives she's led. Wisdom blooms where angels tread. Carrie, the healer, the sage, the light, guiding the lost through the darkest night. With tarot's truth and a heart so wide, the 5 lessons call from the other side. Stars above and the earth's embrace. Each turn of the card, a sacred place. She speaks of love, she speaks of pain. In life's deep well, we're born again. Oh, seeker of solace, hear her voice. The path before you, your only choice. The veils are thin, the answer's near. Carrie sees what the heart can't hear.